Hi guys, my name's Adrian, and in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about what sort of websites you should be building for people when they're asking you to build out, a business website for them, especially for things like small to medium businesses and people who might be starting up a new business altogether. I get asked this question a lot. Should I create a Wix website? Should I create a Spotify website? Or something on WordPress, or maybe something completely unique? And a lot of the times they don't know. They don't know what they want or the differences between all those. They just want to be able to jump on there and for them to be able to update some stuff, as well as for the website just to work. And in these terms, it really doesn't matter too much what the solution is, as long as it works for the client. If you don't know who I am, I'm Adrian from Australia. I do videos around design and development. So if you haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe, and let's just jump straight into it. For me personally, I find myself pushing a lot of WordPress websites. And this is simply because a lot of the people here in Australia already are using WordPress websites. They're familiar with the interface, the CMS, the backend, and if they need to update and add some blog posts, they might already be able to do that themselves without any additional training. So for me, I'm finding myself doing a lot of WordPress websites for clients. Of course, it depends on what they need. Sometimes they might just need a landing page, which they'll never need to update again. And in that case, you can just build out a basic HTML page and some CSS without any CMS in the background. But in some cases, they'll want to update their own website every single day or weekly. And while that is a very optimistic idea, it never really ends up usually happening. And what ends up happening is they might update it a few times and then maybe they'll leave it for a year and then update it again a little bit. But what this means is they need something flexible and that's easy to be updated. So even while they might not be using it, WordPress is a good solution for this, simply because it's easy to jump in there and post up a blog post and then just forget about it for a while. If you have things like Gatsby, that's also really good. It's a pretty simple solution, and sometimes you can even assist WordPress by having like a headless solution where you've got a custom front end that hooks in and pulls some stuff from a WordPress backend. It really depends on what you need, and it depends on what the client needs. It shouldn't be too complex of an issue. I think sometimes people overthink what you need. I see WordPress websites all over the place, from councils to big businesses, and it's really just that. It gets the job done. If you're going up a level and you really want to present yourself, then yes, you can build something completely custom out. And that can be useful, especially if you have a new business or startup, which needs their website to do something very custom. Then you might have to build that out with, say, Stripe.js and React, and that way you can achieve those custom functions, because WordPress plugins don't really have some solutions for that. Yeah, they might get you up and running. But at the end of the day, if you're on a WordPress plugin and you've got a new startup with a business model that's built around the website, you're going to need something custom because that plugin might only have a small scope. And essentially, if you're not able to push it past that scope, then your website will always be limited by that level. At the same point, you shouldn't overcomplicate a solution. A lot of the times when people come to me to ask for a website, they're thinking of something monstrous. They're thinking of like a skyscraper in terms of tools and functionality and scalability, and sometimes I have to lower their expectations simply because those sort of expectations against the budget they have is just not realistic. And a lot of the times they don't need that. They need something simple to get them up and running. Something to meet their MVP, which is their minimal viable product for their business or startup. So with these, I usually take people up on a systematic growth pattern for their website, where maybe they just start off with a simple landing page with some HTML and CSS, and as they grow, they might move on to WordPress. And that'll be a great solution to keep them going and growing and fulfilling out whatever small part of functions they might need, such as just signing someone up to a product or service. And then when they get to a level where they're able to budget for a completely custom solution that needs a small team to build it, that's when you can have a look at those options and build out a custom React solution that essentially has a custom database in the background and achieves their whole purpose much easier and essentially makes their customer base really happy at the performance and scalability of the website. Anyway, these are my thoughts on building websites for clients. Of course, it's different for everyone, and a lot of the times I'm finding that usually the base minimum is all that you need to get up and running. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If it was informative, if you liked it, hit like, hit subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.